Welcome to Country acknowledges our First Peoples, the custodians who continue their stewardship across our vast lands. We invite you to be our guests and make a true connection.
Ya welcome ya, Iorokan.
Aminjika.
Yeah!
Yaplina.
Yumbro.
Nanga.
Kapmon.
Yandane Godada Goda.
Welcome to Walkabout Cultural Adventures. You're now in Kuyu Beach or Kuyu. Come on down.
Womanjika.
Chingiwala.
Welcome guys, my name's Dustin Maloney.
Full call to welcome yous.
Natwa, welcome.
Yalada Jangura. Garida. Kubriwara Bubu. Kuyu. Koji Eagle.
Natamwa, woman indie.
Hi, I'm Rhoda Roberts, a proud Widgeable woman and a member of the Welcome to Country Board. It is my pleasure to be here today to announce this amazing series of events. The journey begins with Welcome to Country. You can imagine the unexpected. You know, taking a First Nations travel experience is much more than simply just taking a photograph of our ancient landscape. It is about the depth of listening, witnessing the diversity of our cultures, the mystery of rituals, the food, the language, the story and the song. Up until the 8th of December, we're featuring a series of free online events, and we'll give you a sneak preview of 17 life-changing experiences. These are just a taste of what we have on offer. And so now I'm going to hand you over to your next cultural experience with some amazing guides from across the country. Enjoy.
You're a Yalada, Nagapuri Garanba. You're a Yumbro, Gugialanji Bubu. Nyaniko, Bolo Geriga, Bubungugare. Hello everyone, my name is Juan Walker. I welcome you here to Gugialanji country. Today, we're going to show you through the mangroves in Gugialanji country. I've got with me Millie, Taya, Shay, Joaquin, and on the camera, a good mate of mine, Brian. Gugialanji lands extend from just south of Port Douglas, north through to Cooktown. We are currently at a beautiful beach called Kuyu Beach, which is in the southern areas of Gugialanji country. You can actually see Port Douglas through the mangrove trees off in the distance. COVID-19 has had a major impact on all of the local businesses in the area, as tourism is the biggest industry in the region. Port Douglas being a little tourism town, basically COVID-19 has brought all operations to a standstill. Due to travel restrictions, especially international travel, we probably won't have any major business starting up for at least 12 months. We are here today to get you thinking about coming to visit once these travel restrictions are relaxed. We're going to have a little tease today and show you some of the things that we do on our tours in country up here by taking you for a mud crab walk. Normally on our tours we take people visiting the oldest rainforest in the world, the Daintree, learning about river systems and estuaries, the ecosystems of how they all come together, and of course the famous Great Barrier Reef. So follow us and come walk about crabbing. Go through, look for periwinkles. Put the spears up. Let's go through. Can you get some periwinkles and have a look for some mussels, some yulba? Let's see if we can get some made. So follow us, guys. This is a beautiful.
I always like periwinkles.
You always like periwinkles. You do. So in this mangrove forest here, this is a beautiful red mangrove forest. Red mangroves are very unique in the way their root systems grow. These root systems here are called prop roots or stilt roots. And they grow down into the water, anchoring in the ground. If you have a look on the root systems, they have all of these lumps all over the roots. And these are special evolved valves. When the water comes in here on a high tide, the water here is normally around waist deep. And these trees breathe through these root systems. Once the tide's in, these valves open up and the plants take in salt water for nutrient. Once they have the nutrient, they push all the salt and excrete it out to the leaf tips. Once the leaves start going yellow and orange, these are filling with the salt. Once they're full, the way the plant survives to get rid of salt is by dropping a leaf to the ground. But this is also food for other animals. As these leaves break down, little shrimp, fish, other species of crab, they will eat these leaves, and that is their nutrient. In return, the excrement from those animals feeds the mangrove forest through the salt water. So everything here relies on each other. If one thing disappears, everything else is affected.
Like this leaf.
That's right. So come through and let's see if we can find some food. What have you got there, Millie? What have you got there?
Here I've got a periwinkle.
I found it.
Oh, you found that one? Cool. So this is a periwinkle. Periwinkles in Guguyalanji, we call them gungun. And they're a crazy little snail, a sea snail, that attach themselves to the mangrove tree roots, just like that. Watch out, Bubba. Move your head so Brian can see. Once you're ready to take them, you pick them off the tree like this. If you have a look underneath, this one here is nice and clean shell, has a white and yellow color inside. These are the best eating ones of all the different sea snails we get up here. Gungun. Come on, kids, let's keep going. Let's see what else we can find.
Periwinkle.
Periwinkles, you want to find more? Let's get them, baby.
You found one?
Yeah, another one there for you. You carry it. So take your time coming through. These mangrove roots, they're crazy way they tangle and twist into each other. They're really important as they're the last filters from mainland to Great Barrier Reef. When we get our monsoonal floods, the rain in the mountains is amazing. We can get up to 4 meters of rain on average through that wet season. Hold on, baby. When the rains come down off the mountains, all of that flood water flows through here. These mangrove roots, the way they grow, collect and catch a whole heap of sediment and silt, so all of the waters settle and clean water runs out through to the Great Barrier Reef, giving the reef nutrient as well. And of course, cooling the Great Barrier Reef down so we don't get coral bleaching.
Daddy, I can't get over.
Oh, you can't get over? Let me help you quick. Ah, gotcha. Let's go.
No.
Let's see if we can find a big crabby, hey?
Rabbies.
Oh, stand up. There we go.
Daddy,
Yeah.
you know those two crabs that we found before?
Yeah. Keep coming, Bob. Just keep walking.
What if they go?
They won't go, Bubba.
Why?
They're going into my belly.
Come on. No, that's not. That's where they're going. That one I dropped. It was another one. Dad, that one over there. The one, another one. It wasn't the adult one.
It wasn't?
No. Very easy at the start. That's so cute. No,
Did you?
Yeah.
Good
Is
one.
it a crab?
So come over here. I think the king found a mud crab.
Come on, guys.
Ooh, I see him. Good spotting. I see. Don't put the finger in there. So if you come over here, Brian, and you put your camera through here, you can see him hiding under the tree roots just there. Can you see it there? On the end of the stick? Ready, I'll get a sticking his claws up. Ooh, there he goes. It's walking out. I'll see if I can sneak around and grab it by hand.
Can I see it? Can I?
Yeah, I'm going to try and bring him out, Bob, so stay still. Don't come close.
Too close. I found it.
There he goes. He's going it that way.
It's okay.
There he goes. You see him walking there, Brian? There he goes. Coming out of here, buddy. He's a smart one, this one. Step back, Bob. Okay, move.
Is this going to be on YouTube?
Yeah, Bob.
Yay, I can watch it.
He's a smart one. He's got his little tight little spot in there. I need to move back so I have some room to work. Yes, okay. Just let me try and move him out. Can you see him your way there, Brian?
I can. Yeah,
Is there an easy way to get him out there?
you got him.
Huh?
You got him.
Yeah, Bob.
Why?
So don't hurt him.
But Daddy, it has big clippers.
He does have big clippers, Bob.
I would stab him. Okay. You could stab him and make him stick.
Here we go. This is your beautiful Australian mud crab. So this fella here is a nice clean one. Looks like he's been out in the ocean for a little while. But yeah, beautiful eating. He's about 1 kilo and a bit in weight. At the moment, if you were to pay for something like this in a restaurant, it'd be worth around $160. Today, this is a nice little snack for my family.
Wow.
So you can check out the crabs. They're pretty amazing animals. This is a male. If you have a look underneath, you can see the sharp triangle underneath. That represents a boy's phallus. When you find the females have a big, round, dark coloured phallus. And that allows them to hold and carry the eggs and babies. And if you check out his claws, always the males have bigger claws. So the big fella, this claw here, this is his cruncher. So he goes into the mangroves here and looks for food. Mussels, clams, different snails. And with this big claw, he breaks them. Once he's broken his shell, he has a small, sharper cutting claw. And this claw cuts all the meat off the shells. Then he can go and sit in a nice little private place like that down there and eat all of his food. In Guugu we call them gidgel. So let's keep moving and we'll see what else we can find.
Like another crabby. Let's look for my heavy wings.
So Akeem, you've got one up on all the other kids.
Even you, Dad.
And even me. Oh, here's a mussel. Do you want to come and check out Yulba?
Already?
Yeah. Yulba just here. You okay, Brian? So Millie, come to the side. So Brian, come over here. Down in there. So Brian can see it. So see just here? This is the lip of Yulba, a saltwater mud mussel. These are one of the favorite eating foods for Guugu people. Some people come in and work all day just for these things. So if you zoom in, Millie, can you reach in and grab that one out? Pull him out, give him a good wash. Give them a good tap, give them a good wash, bub. Give them a good tap, get all that mud and dirt off it. That's it. Then hold it up. So this one here is called yulba, a very heavy weighted shell and has beautiful eating meat inside. The taste of this one is like an oyster. And we call it, what is it called?
Yoga.
Yulba, that's him. All right, so let's keep going. There should be some more stuff up in here to find. Keep coming, kids, take your time. No rush.
What is taking my time?
Good girl.
He was letting me.
Okay. Hey, 2 minutes. Okay, now the last thing I'll show you just here is what we call guyalin. That's a Googie Yallinja name for them. Guyalin, also known as kettle shells. Kettle shells are pretty cool. When you start cooking these things on hot coals, because of the small hole at the other end, they whistle when they're ready. Like a kettle. In Googie Yallinja, it's known as guyalin, or some of the local kids like to call them blue bums. Once you've taken the meat out, the stomach end, down this pointy end, is an opal green blue color. But very sweet eating, a beautiful eating snail, but you have to make sure you get that, clean that blue stomach, because sometimes it can be full of mud, because that's what they eat. So mud whelks, kettle shells,
Daddy,
blue bums.
one.
In Googie Yallinja, we call them guyalin.
Another one.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed our little walkabout, mud crabbing on walkabout tour today. So if you're ever interested in coming up to the area, please don't be shy. Give us a yell. More than happy to show you around Googie Yallinja country. Joma Nigel, see you later, and stay tuned for the next episode.
Bye-bye. Bye. That was my dad. Bye. See ya.
Joma Nigel?
Welcome to Country acknowledges our First Peoples, the custodians who continue their stewardship across our vast lands. We invite you to be our guests and make a true connection. Welcome to Country is a non-profit organisation. It's at the helm of an Aboriginal man and it's run by Aboriginal staff.
All Australians should be passionate about our own country, and Aboriginal culture is a key part of that.
We are the original storytellers, and if everyone understands that message, I think that we'll have a far better future for all of Australia.
It's about learning and connecting.
As we know, it's the oldest living culture in the world.
Simply is the premier site to find amazing experiences and great products around Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Australia.
You've got to have a great website. So what was needed was to have a common platform that could do the marketing, the sales, all those things that small businesses, whether they're Indigenous or not, struggle over. So people can focus on the thing they're passionate about and deliver that business.
It's about creating employment and economic opportunities for the community. That's the number one thing.
The best thing is by purchasing from us, they are directly giving back and supporting Indigenous communities, artists and their families.
The key is to enable them to stay on their country or in their city and be able to give them a platform to really flourish and create self-sufficiency.
It is basically self-determination and learning about country through the narrative of our lens.
We're not doing this because we want to put money into our pockets, but rather we want to see community benefit from what we're doing.
We want to be able to show that we're in control and managing our stories. We want to be able to share those stories, and we want to be able to create our own jobs and create our own economies.
For me and my wife's business, we've got the daughters all working. When we started, we had the brothers involved, had the aunties involved, had the uncles involved. Yeah, so we show them what Paraka look like, and then get them to throw a spear also as well.
We're rich in culture and history, and I said we need to share that because that's where we're going to get changes.
It's a great initiative, you know, really connecting with Indigenous tourism, grassroots people, teaching culture and educating people.
This is a form of livelihood, it's independence, it's self-esteem, and it brings pride.
Now that I'm here working for trips over the last 2 years, I've actually became a master reef guide.
You know, some of us are really reaping the benefits of that in terms of employment, you know, self-empowerment, you know, self-sustainability, economic development in our communities.
It is really time that this country started to embrace the importance, the knowledge, the power and the beauty of Aboriginal culture.
I have always wanted for non-Indigenous people in this country to actually experience, meet and connect with Aboriginal people.
When you visit a destination, you hear that local story, you feel the seasons, you witness the passion that people have on the land that has been there since time immemorial. There's nothing quite like it.
Anytime any Australian's looking for an Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander cultural experience, the first thing they'll think of is welcometocountry.com.
To continue your journey and make a true connection right across Australia, visit